Yo, so I was in Cleveland this past week, and I mean, we had a blast. Just doing things that we always do. Roll some clips, man. Roll some clips from the week. Alright, so Badu, we got this little guy. Well, actually, this little guy's a little girl. Her name's Oreo. We were so fly this night. One of the nights over this past week, we all went out. I mean, look at my ladies. They were just so fly. Look at them. We were fly too. I mean, look at us, man. The boys, we showed up, showed out. I mean, we was up in the club dancing, having a good time. I don't want to show too much right here, but just a little something just to document the times. You know, I got my sisters dancing, you know what I'm saying? We was having a good, my man's Alex cannot dance. But it's all love. I mean, oh, look how salty he is. Boo. Then he gets right back at it. Hey. Dropped my phone a couple times. But anyways, on to some other stuff. My sister moved into a new apartment. Had to document that. You know, took some pictures with my younger sister with her new camera. She's into the Polaroid. My beard's on point. But yeah, I went to my dad's house. We all danced to that stupid song, that Go Go Larry. My dad's gangster walk right there. So, yeah, it was just a good time. We had endless amounts of get-togethers. I mean, just in the backyard. You know, we had some late night swim sessions, just some goofy stuff. My man James was working to keep the fire alive that night. Went to the combination challenge to film some stuff. I mean, this man was sweating. Yeah, my man Jordan, he gets a Porsche every weekend. So we went over there, throwing his glasses. We started to film some Porsches and all that good stuff. But we about to get to what this video is really about. Listen, guys, I know what matters to me, which is spending time with family and friends. And that's why I always try to triple down on that stuff as much as possible. You go ahead and you need to figure out what matters to you. Because it may not be friends and family. It may be your car. No, I'm just kidding. It may be, I don't even know. It may be something else, but you just have to figure it out. And that is kind of like the gateway to happiness right there. Just tripling down on the things that matters. Like, I'm sure you guys heard of the whole, the jar thing where you fill it up with the rocks and then the pebbles and then the sand. Yeah, you gotta find your rocks, because without your rocks, your life would just be a bunch of pebbles and sand.
There's a well-known story about a university professor who wanted to make a point about how we make the most of our time. The professor stood before his class with some items in front of him. When the class began, without speaking, he picked up a large, empty jar and proceeded to fill it with rocks about 2 inches in diameter. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed that it was full. So the professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar lightly and watched as the pebbles rolled into the open areas between the rocks. The professor then asked the students again if the jar was full. They chuckled and agreed that it was indeed full this time. The professor picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. The sand filled the remaining open areas of the jar. "Now," said the professor, "I want you to recognize that this jar signifies your life. The rocks are the truly important things, such as family, health, and relationships. If all else was lost and only the rocks remained, your life would still be meaningful. The pebbles are the other things that matter in your life, such as work or school. The sand signifies the remaining small stuff and material possessions. If you were to put sand into the jar first, there is no room for the rocks or the pebbles. The same can be applied to your lives. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are truly important. Pay attention to the things in life that are critical to your happiness and well-being. Take time to look after your health, play with your children, go for a run, write a letter to your grandmother. There will always be time to go to work, clean the house, or watch TV. Take care of the rocks first. The things that really matter. Set your priorities. The rest is just pebbles and sand.
Few announcements. This weekend we are heading to LA, which I'm super pumped. Because last year when I went to LA, I didn't have any camera gear. I just had my phone. So, I mean, talk about so much happened in a year, right? But yeah, I only had like my phone. So, I mean, the phone works, of course, but it just looks more cinematic if you're actually using a camera. So I'm pumped about this. I don't know which camera I'm gonna take because I'm still trying to keep it minimal. I don't know if I'm gonna take the R or the T7i, but I'm definitely bringing the drone. But yeah, I'm pumped. We're gonna see what we could create out there. Oh yeah, and the thing is that I'm gonna be meeting up with a bunch of creators out there. I'm actually gonna be staying with a bunch of them one of the nights that I'm out there. Shout out to Antonio. So yeah, man, stay tuned. Big things popping, little things stopping.